My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product.
We have Bolt Spryzen now, it's time to Quadstrike! So for this video, we'll be taking a look at the Beyblade Quadstrike Bolt Spryzen. Make sure to comment your thoughts and subscribe. So next up we have Bolt Spryzen. Now if you remember, Burst Spryzen, right? This thing right here, Hasbro. Yeah. I don't know, we'll take a look. I thought Astral was probably one of the worst quad drive releases aside from like the disc. And maybe if you want to argue a performance tip, really just the disc was useful. It was hollowed out garbage, so hoping this time something better. Back of the box here. Yeah, QR code at the end, obviously. I don't know, I want to see what it looks like. It can't be that bad, right? Okay. Oh, never mind. Alrighty, now going part by part, we have our Spryzen Evo. Alrighty, so one thing I want to mention, the slopes on it are just a little bit above average. I think stuff like Achilles, even, I don't know, Basilisk. We've already gotten so many left options like Helios that do a little bit of a better job here, so I don't know, they kind of remind me of maybe like Bellfire, kind of, just Bellfire 1. So just like, okay, but I don't know. They're just very average is the best way to put it. And obviously, you already know what it is. It's not fun looking at the side-by-side. Doesn't look real, So, side-by-side here, obviously TAKARA TOMY clears it this time around. So they do different colors purple, which is like, okay, if you want to do purple, but like, at least commit more to the paint job. What hurts every single design of like any modern Hasbro base, they never commit to the paint job. So it's always like very lacking looking and it just looks very cheap, like no metallic paint or anything. It's always funny because look, because they molded in the screws. They didn't have to, but they just molded it in. The obvious is that there's no dual spin. Such an insult, honestly, such an insult. How does the last one was Bolt Spryzen that actually had the dual spin. That they managed to design it where the dual spin can actually work with it. And I don't, like, listen, I don't care what the excuse is anymore. It's getting silly. It's getting silly. If Lord Spryzen could do it and World could do it, so then it gets really sad when we have to get to this point and they can't just do it. And they could definitely have designed it in a way they could have, but it's so funny for a legacy Beyblade where pretty much everything of its identity is stripped. Now the blade I can actually trash talk because it's bad. So we have a testing channel where if you want to see the competitive testings for this where I prove what I am saying, you can go check out the channel. The video will probably go live after the review. As far as the burst, it's not even called burst actually, it's Bolt Spryzen. Every time that I don't call it Bolt Spryzen, I'm going to dub over myself saying Bolt because I'm not used to it. Anyways, the issue with Bolt here is, yeah, you can see, hollowed. And again, very depressing, the flip gimmick. It is dual spin. In the sense that it's left and right kind of because they only had it on the one side, so it's based on the left side of Spryzen or Bolt or Burst, yep. And yeah, if you want to put a right Quadstrike chip, you can. The issue here is that it's not very, like at best it was kind of opposite spin equalization on the left side and only on the left for left rotation against right stuff. But even then, it's like not too consistent. And obviously now when you do a side-by-side, first thing I gotta mock about this is, ladies and gentlemen, where's the rest of my Beyblade? Where is it? Where'd it go? It's missing. Not there anymore, not there. No blockers. There was actually little burst stoppers there. Hasbro, you remember when you did rubber, huh? Spryzen Requiem, huh? You remember? Where'd it go? I should also mention this, but obviously too, a lot of the contact points are rounded, so it's basically hurting a lot of its offensiveness, and its shape is like, I don't know. You can sometimes make it work for attack, but not really. Also, again, there is metal weighting on here, and since basically everything that was basically good about it is taken away, you basically get a hollow husk of what could have been probably pretty decent for Hasbro only. It's far too lightweight to do anything, it's got nothing special about it, and it's a pretty damn big shame. Generally, the gravity rings I usually let slide because they're not even metal weighted, so at that point, would I really care? Xanthos is just, come on, bro. They couldn't even give it like, they couldn't reuse the TQ disc of like Lightning Pandora, right? They couldn't even reuse that. The armor was 8 on it, and spread dash, okay? Come on, man. They just do worse. I hate these comments. What do you expect? I didn't expect worse than what we keep on getting. That's my answer each time. They just do worse. They you don't know what? Credit to where credit's due. They somehow manage to always do worse. And it's so funny because all the people keep on defending Hasbro, this, that, and this, and they don't understand it. And look at what happens when you defend Hasbro. They don't care about the fans. They do not care about you. This whole thing of this Bay team nonsense where they tried to peddle on these garbage bays. This whole thing of like this deal with 80K for like influencers, right? Where they basically have to lie to you to try to sell the product or try to keep on telling you to go buy it. This is the result. It is garbage, and they will be held responsible for this crime of a thing. I did just say this. Xantha's not even that good on Zyphoid, which is like the only thing it should be good for. Alrighty, we cleared through the longest rant session. It comes with Quattro for the base, which I'll say the base of Quattro is like, it's okay. It's kind of like a meme for attack. It's not that special. It's fine. And it's got a pretty tight enough spring where it can kind of compensate for a little bit of the lackluster slopes. The attachment, this is what's confusing the hell out of me. Jaggy. Mind you, I don't really care too much about a lot of the Quadstrike stuff because they don't try at all. They barely try, and a lot of it was XL shape. Now we finally get a Jaggy shape, so that's a little bit interesting. But you know what's really weird? The official description of Jaggy that Hasbro's labeled was attack, okay? So logically, this attachment would also be attack. But for some reason, they called it balance. They're not consistent. They're not consistent. Also, we can now finally have Jaggy. I thought that was pretty funny. Missed opportunity, Hasbro, actually, because this would have been kind of like a W kind of armor kit design if they did a Magma Ifrit or Evo. Spriggan 2 is about 8.32. Spryzen Evo is about 5.15. One is about 1.59. 13 on the dot here. Xantha's disc is already really light as it is, 23.62. Spread dash is about 33.03. Burst blade's about 15.66. And this is about like 6.29. It's already far too light. Like you need at least like, I don't know, like a 7 or an 8 or something like that. Like it's really, really light for like a QS blade. The Quattro base is about 5.57. The Jaggy attachment is about 3.6. In total here you get to about a total of about 9.18 grams. Fusion dash, which was the original driver, you get to about a total of about 5.86 grams. Then after the total weight, 5.82 compared to Burst Spriggan, you get a total of about like 75.91. It's just disgusting to look at these things. And it's smaller, I was right. They always make it smaller. They always shrink it. No wonder I was thinking, man, what happened? And yeah, even if you twist it, you can tell it's smaller. I don't like looking at the side-by-side. It just looks gross, dude. I mean, even taking a look at it, even if you just look at it by itself, it's so much of a lack of a paint job that it makes it so unappealing to look at. Then after, without the armor tip, this is what it looks like. I don't even like the bit anymore. I don't like looking at the thing. Ugly Bay. Alrighty, this is with the armor tip. Alrighty, just looking at the evolutionary line of the Spryzens, I'm gonna be honest right now, I think we had a little bit rough. I think we had it pretty rough. The best one is still Spryzen Requiem. The last good release, I would say, was Turbo Spryzen overall. Like, World, at least, I don't know, you could have maybe made a case for World, but, like, Lord was terrible, Astral was god-awful, Bolt is more or less in the same bowl. Dude, and also, how is it that Astral Spryzen, dude, how is that beating you in, like, looks? Probably also the disc. Oh, it's kinda got a little bit weird movement. Maybe the balance attachment really just clapped on the Helios. I don't know. Oh yeah, never mind. They're up against Zeal. You know what's really funny? I just realized that any bay that's been dual spin has been really just royally screwed by Hasbro. I actually love Achilles so much. Let's see how I got butchered. I'm still set. Yeah, it's slapped. Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm probably gonna lose them all. I don't know if I have a chance at all here. Do I get lucky at the end? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Hasbro hates Spryzen. Hashtag Hasbro hates Spryzen. 3, 2, 1, rip. Oh, I'm gonna. It's either I burst or I somehow burst it. Whoa! Make it! Whoa, mama!
I tried 2 times.
Look, Zypho is getting its revenge for stealing its parts.
I tried.
I think I still win. Oh no, you won! Wow, this is terrible. Okay, against Ultimate Valtryek. 3, 2 on the rip. No wait, I lose here because I remember opposite spin because of the overdisc.
Whoa!
Oh my god, it keeps losing! 3, 2 on the rip. You, mister, you launched it a little too early there.
No, you work in slow motion. Like you launch in slow motion, I did in real time.
I said, I know for a fact I was at like the 2 before I hit the 1 and you hit
No, you said 3.
on the rip. This is basically the worst against the worst right now. This is, we're setting up a pretty low bar right now.
The battle of the bottom.
Yeah, okay, it won't lose to Divine. Alright, 3, 2 on the rip.
Come on, Pandora! Show your pen and your Dora!
You know what it's based on, right? The Greek mythology, you know?
Yeah.
You don't.
I have nothing of Greek. You know, it's Portuguese mythology, you know.
Well, it's okay.
We can do it! We can do it, Pandora! We can do it! Pandora! Do another round.
No, let me change.
Sorry.
Let me change the
sorry.
disc. Let me change the disc.
No, no, no.
What do you mean no? It's got the worst disc.
So that's the way. How people gonna buy it?
Okay, fair enough.
Should we consider?
Wait, hold on. Okay, fine. Can I at least take off the armor tip?
Okay.
Okay, so he's generous. He's generous today.
Should you consider, not consider, or not buy it?
Yeah, not
All
buy
of the
it.
above.
3, 2 on the rip. Come on.
Oh, you go low, I go wide.
Hey, big hit. Come on, give me a crit,
Low,
baby.
I go wide.
Come on, give me a crit.
If you win now, I gotta take my shoes.
And beat up the bay. Oh, Lord.
Pandora!
Wait! Oh!
I gotta take my shoes. Take it out my shoes.
Alright, I'm gonna do the crux launch. 3 on the rip.
Pandora! To the power of the Dora. Pandora!
I'm not gonna lie, I
We
think
can do it!
I like the, I think Bolt's probably a better name than Burst. I would say that, but Burst is pretty much like the worst name they gave to Spriggan. But you know, Bolt's an alright name. Yeah, I think I win here because of this. Do I win?
I'm the best.
Final thoughts. Should you consider getting this? Consider never buying this. It sucks, bro. It sucks. What do you want me to tell you? It's either it's mediocre at anything it can do, or it's terrible. We've done the competitive testings. Even in the casual sense, it sucks. Even if you were to maybe give this to Hasbro, it doesn't do anything. And again, like I've been saying, it's always unfortunate to see how these bays get butchered by Hasbro. And I don't like the excuse, oh, let's wait for the pro release. At that point, you're not gonna wait like what, 2, 3, 4 years for a pro release of like Bolt Spryzen. Go buy Burst Spriggan. Just do it. And you want, that's a hell of a segue. Because we have, subscribe to the channel first of all. Because we have our store, which is an optional way to support the channel. Let me ask you this, my friend. Do we have Burst Spriggan on our store? So many Burst Spriggans. So if you wanna get Burst Spriggan plus Ultimate Valkyrie, this is your time. This is your chance. This is your moment. It's to go to our store and support us. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, hey, leave a like and just let me know your thoughts, dude. Let me know your thoughts. And you wanna know what? Since this basically is the last Spryzen, I think we can finally do all the Valtryeks and Spryzens, huh? We can finally get around to doing it. We'll throw in the TT and the Hasbros, the main ones, and we'll do that. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and bye.